Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Today we are in War Thunder, and the reason that this video is delayed is because Operation S.U.M.M.E.R has just come out. And I wanted to try and get a grasp of how these challenges are going to pan out for me. So what I did was, it is 8 AM in the morning right now, and I decided to stay up all night to see what I could get for the challenges, just to see how long it would take me. So this video is obviously going to be very informal and probably a bit angry and a bit ranty because of that. So what I like to do is I try and when these things come around, we had Summertime Madness last year, we have the winter challenges. It's always very nice when you are able to have the ability to get some nice free, depending on how you say it, some nice content in War Thunder. And the fact that you can use Golden Eagles for it if you want to, the fact that you can pay for it, the fact that you can do these tasks for them, it means that it's basically open to everyone, which is very nice. The only issue is, after seeing these challenges come and go, the tipping point was last year in the Summertime Madness stuff. And there was a real focus on the idea that people should only be either focusing on one vehicle to go for or just get lucky, basically. And then we saw another manifestation of how they were going to give stuff out when we look at how they gave out the E100 with the whole botched tournament system that they used. So now we've gone back to the Summertime Madness stuff, and the way that they did the winter challenges as well. Basically give you a set amount of challenges, you get one every day, a few a weekend, and you basically have to do a set amount. So for right now, if you want to get both aircraft and both vehicles, or I should say ground units, since they're all technically vehicles, you need 36 out of the 40 challenges. So you basically, on each side, you need to only miss 4 challenges. Which is kind of insane when you think about it, when you look at some of these challenges. Because generally, overall, most of them are okay. Like, let's see, destroy 18 enemy fighters in random battles, achieve 3 series of 3 destroyed enemy tanks without losing your vehicle. That's not too bad, like 3 in a row. Destroy 40 tanks in random battles, destroy 8 enemy controlled vehicles with rockets. That's a bit of a bitch, to be quite honest. And gain fighter rescue or bomber rescue achievement 15 times in random battles. So, when I remember the Summertime Madness stuff, it was very much based around kills. It was based mainly around kills, mainly around stuff like that. Individual stuff, individual achievements that meant that you didn't need anybody around you. You didn't need really your team to do well. There was some which were gained so many victories, but nothing compared to what we have now. So, just looking at the first weekend, I knew what this was going to be. I knew this was going to be a slog and going to be completely ridiculous for the average player to be able to do, which is what I set out to do today, just to try and prove to myself that this was going to be ridiculous for the person who doesn't want to actually spend anything. So, I've played solidly 10 hours from last evening to now 8 AM at time of recording. I have been able to complete 5 of the challenges out of the 8 put before me. The ones I have not been able to complete are the teamwork ones and the supporting fire ones. I'm guessing I don't know. Not enough of my squad members get assists, because most of the games that I get, I don't get a squad in because I'm playing by myself. So, let's look at these challenges in themselves. Remember with Summertime Madness, we talked about how the challenges were unfair Because a lot of them you didn't get a booster for realistic battles and simulator battles, so you were kind of relegated to do arcade and just try and do as well as you want. Also, because there were so many vehicles on offer, it was very hard to do them all, which is completely fine. If you have a multitude of vehicles, not just 4, it makes sense for that. So, let's talk about some of the challenges which kind of just annoy me. They really annoy me, because I talked about this last time this happened, and I said you have to make it about the individual in this game. You have to make it so all of these challenges can be done by one person, can be done by an individual, which is why you have to take out victories and losses, which is why you have to take out teamwork and supporting fire. Because if you don't take these things out, what you're going to do is you're going to make it impossible for people to get them. Because when you are a single player going into a multiplayer game and you do not have a squad around you, it's going to be nearly impossible for you to get teamwork and supporting fire. Bomber rescue, fighter rescue, yes, fair enough. They're not too hard. Because all you have to basically do is see, oh, somebody's on that guy's 6, let's go help him. But supporting fire and teamwork are very hard to get if you're not in a squad and you're not working together. Basically, to try and get the teamwork achievement, all I've been doing is hoping, first of all, hoping that somebody on my ground forces team, because remember, this is in ground forces, and I need 25 teamworks over the next day or so. So, what I've been doing is, if I once again have somebody in my squad, which the game gives to me, because I wanted to see what it was like from an individual basis, I just tailed them. That's all I did. I followed them about to hope that they killed someone. As I said before, it is about they killing someone. I have to hope and be confident in my teammate to be killing people while I sit next to them and hope. Because if I get kills, I don't get teamwork. He gets teamwork, right? So it's kind of a yin and yang kind of thing. He has to get kills for me to get teamwork. I have to get kills for him to get teamwork. It's how it works in the game. And that has to happen 25 times. So let's see the scenarios where if I go into a battle and I won't be able to get teamwork in that battle, right? First scenario. Nobody comes on my squad. So I don't get given a squad in the game. I don't get the green guy to help me out, right? So that's gone. Scenario 2. The player gets killed very, very quickly and gets no kills. Or just, let's just say he gets no kills, right? During the match. No teamwork. The player is brain dead and AFKs. No teamwork. The only time I am able to even think about getting a teamwork is if I have a competent random person on my team that's been assigned to me. Now, can you see the issue here with having something for teamwork? Supporting fire is the same issue, but it seems like at least supporting fire, you have you don't have to do it 25 times. Generally, you have to do it 15 or 25. Now, let's go into some other ridiculous challenges that you have to do. 26th of July. So, in 3 days. Set enemy tanks on fire 30 times in random battles. This is ×2 for RB and SB. You have to set 30 tanks in 1 day on fire. Can you imagine how many battles that's going to take you? Can you just even imagine how ridiculous that is? And then on the same day, gain Teamwork Award in random battles 7 times. Once again, relying on your team. You cannot do this in War Thunder. You've set up a squad system in War Thunder. It is wonderful, it works well. But when you start pushing people towards doing these squads and stuff like that, you basically make the game infinitely harder for the person who does not have people to play with. I understand it is nice to have a cooperative game, it is nice to have a multiplayer game where you have a bunch of squads everywhere and everything like that, but you don't always get that. And most of the time, especially in Tier 3, you don't. And there's no easy way of communicating with your random teammates. You have chat, yes. Do you have voice comms? No, of course. but it would be nice to have voice comms, but you don't unless they're in your squad. And you have to try your best to try and get them to kill things. You have no idea how frustrating it is. The times today where I've been sat next to tanks who are in my green squad, and I've just been waiting for them to kill someone. And if they'd needed backup, I went and tried to help them. If they got shot, I would come out and protect them. I got teamwork 5 times in 11 hours. 5 fucking times. I am broken already, and it is the first day. Now you could say maybe I could have done this in stages, maybe 3 hours, 4 hours here. So let's take that into account. So far I've done about half of the challenges for this weekend, and it's taken me 11 hours. And that's not taking breaks. Basically, I was playing it while listening to the cricket, because I enjoy listening to the cricket. I find it really enjoyable, and England are playing, so that's always good. For 11 straight hours I played, I was able to do half of the achievements. So let's extrapolate that and say, even though some of the achievements that I haven't got are the harder ones, such as supporting fire and teamwork, let's just extrapolate that and be kind and say it takes 22 hours. So that means I have to dedicate 48 hours of my weekend. I have to dedicate 22 hours, nearly half of that, to getting these stupid achievements. Do you really think that is worth it? I don't. And that's hoping that your team is not belligerent and not ridiculously stupid and actually does something, which is once again impossible to do. And now my cat is fucking about, because why not? Once again, 27th of July. Get achievement supporting fire 20 times in random battles. Do you know how hard that is? Especially to do in one day. Let's say you get 1 a match. Let's be nice. You get 1 a match, which is very hard to do. That's still 20 battles you have to play that one day, right? Ridiculous. And then we go on to the next weekend, 30 to 31st. Gain 10 victories in floats event. Win 15 times in the event rapid fire. So before you even start, that's 25 games that you have to have won. Now once again, let's be kind. Let's say you have a win rate of 50-50 while it rains outside. Setting the mood, of course. So 50-50, 25 wins overall. That means playing about 50, let's be nice, let's say 50-50 win ratio. Because obviously it can go either way. That means you have to play 50 battles. Okay? 50 battles for 25 victories. Destroy 8 enemy-controlled vehicles with rockets, right? So that's 4 planes. Remember, you've got to also win 10 victories in the floats event. I can't think of a float which can hold rockets. So let's say destroy 8 enemy-controlled vehicles with rockets, right? Let's say you get lucky and you kill 2 a match. It is ×2 for RB and SP. So let's go into arcade. Let's say you kill 2 a match. So that's 4 matches on top of that. And then once again, just to drive the drill into your throat, gain Teamwork Award in random battles 7 times. This fucking Teamwork Award is going to kill me. So let's say you do that while doing the floats events, right? So no addition. We're still on 54 games. Be on the first place at the end of the battle in random battles twice, right? Let's say once again in the collective you're able to do that somehow. Now let's go on to tanks, right? Receive the achievement Teamwork 25 times in random battles. 25. So let's be nice, right? Let's say in the 30 battles that you've played rapid fire on, you've been able to get 15 teamworks, right? Oh, fuck off, cat. So that gives you 10. Now let's say that takes you 20 battles, so we're up to 74. Oh my god. Thank you, Bernard. Right. Where were we? So then, after all of that, 64 battles, you have to win 3 times in a row, with battle activity 65%. I think we can safely say, during the win 15 times in the event rapid fire, hopefully, you win 3 times in a row. Once again, it is completely out of your control. Even if you man mode carry a team, you can still lose. That is the state of War Thunder right now, and it's happened many times to me, especially in planes. Don't even talk about ground forces. Take first place on the leaderboard of a random battle 3 times. So hopefully, while you're winning those 3 times in a row, you take place 3 times as well. Right, so we're being generous. That is 74 battles. 74 battles for a weekend, and that's being generous. That's today I've had 56 battles, and I've been able to get hardly any teamworks and basically no supporting fires, but I have been able to do the other stuff, so that's very nice. But you can see the stress that it has caused, and you can see why they've done this as well. They've basically created a system where there is no other option anymore. These might as well just be paid for premiums. And it's really, really sad. Because they added in the fact that you could just buy the awards. And this has meant that they've made the awards impossible. I want to find the guy, right? And I'm sure he's out there. Or girl. It would be wonderful if it was a girl, so I could just chat with both of them and just be like, alright, how the hell did you do this? I want someone out there who does all of these challenges. All of them, right? 40 out of 40 or 36 out of 40 for both. And tell me how the fuck you did it and didn't lose your mind. Because I've got a job. I've got to put food on the table. I've got to actually have a social life. I have a wife. I have a cat. I have all of this stuff. So I have no idea how anyone who isn't devoting 100% of their time to this game will be even anywhere close to doing all of these challenges. And all I read on the forums is, oh, these are not too bad, these are pretty fair. Are you shitting me? Are you absolutely shitting me? Even with a strong squad of 4. Like, if I got the Anfo guys together and did these. No fucking way would it be easy. It would be easy to get the wins. It would be easy, probably, to get the teamworks. It would be hard to get supporting fires. And it would be hard to get assists, and it would be hard to get all of these things. And also balance it out between people. Because if you haven't noticed, when you're playing in a squad, and one person finishes one of the achievements, generally they go, well, I'm fucked, I'll see you next time. It's how it happens, because there's literally no incentive for them to play on. Just as an insult to injury, because what I used to do is I would use these opportunities and challenges to go and play aircraft and fully modify them. So basically use them to complete the challenges, so therefore get all the modifications. So I generally use Tier 1, Tier 2, Tier 3. Now they've limited it, so you have to use Tier 3 to 5, just to be cogs. I don't even understand why. The only thing I can think of is the fact that all of these vehicles would be Tier 3 and above. But then I realise that one of them's a fucking Grant, which has to be a Tier 1, and the Uhu has to be a Tier 2. If it's anything above that, then there'll be literally no point in flying it. There's already hardly any point to flying the damn thing already. But still, it is completely ridiculous. We had the same issues with the MBR2. We had the same issues with all of the Summertime Madness stuff. We've had these issues for a year, and you can just see what they're doing. They're pushing people to pay for this shit. Why don't they just flat out say it? Why don't they just say, hey, just buy this? We've been throwing premiums at you left, right, and centre for the past year or so. Why not just give people a flat price? Someone had the audacity. Who is it? Let's find them. So the Sturmpanzer IV, the Brumbar, came onto the dev blog. It is going to be a premium, and someone asks, why do they keep adding premiums? We don't want premiums. Stoner, the twat that he is, and I have seen many, I've been there many times when he has been an absolute twat. Looks like there are players who like them and want them, he says. And then Cask says, nice joke. Is this going to be your business model from now on? Do you want to listen to people like Stoner? Because then what will happen is you will start having $100, $200 tanks and planes and stuff like that, because there's some jackass out there who buys them. Right? It is a ridiculous way of thinking. If you flog something out there and you put on it a ridiculous price, and then you go, well, some people bought it, so we should do it again and again and again. No, you cannot do this. In the past, you have been very good, Gaijin, at giving people premiums. Not giving them, but making them earn them, right? Making them earn them through individual skill, through basically being able to do stuff that they have wanted to do. Whether it be kills, whether it be winning matches, whether it be anything like that, whether it be using certain planes in certain ways, but now you're going off the deep end. If you want to see any suggestions, if there are any of you out there listening, which I really fucking doubt, go and look at the video I made when the MBR2 stuff came around. I can't remember exactly what it was called, but you will find it, and it will be a positive criticism video. I don't want to list out all of the shit I said last time, because that would make it 10 times better if you add more, just add more ideas into it, instead of teamwork and supporting fire and trying to get more and more people to play, because in groups to play, because it just adds another wrench into the mix. What if a mate can't make it one night? You basically need to do these challenges, you need 4 really dedicated people who have nothing else to do. Okay? Who have absolutely nothing else to do in their lives for a month. That doesn't happen anymore. People are so busy doing shit. It's ridiculous. But anyway, just as a last note about this whole thing, something that I went back to tanks just to try and get the KV-220. I did say I was boycotting it, but I thought I would try and do it just for the KV, because it seemed like an interesting tank. It seemed like something that you guys might want to see, and I did it with the Port Novorosíisk map as well. I won't be playing tanks anymore. There is obviously, I want to try and say this politically, because I really don't want my channel to be banned or for my content to be false flagged by Gaijin, which they have threatened and done in the past. But it has become obvious to me that there are many people out there who are playing tier 4 and tier 5 tanks who have, let's just say, unrealistic advantages compared to your average player. Being able to see through environment, being able to shoot with pinpoint accuracy through the environment, being able to abuse the game and taking advantage of it. And I've played 40 matches, I believe, of tanks, and all I've found is there is always one, or there is always 2 of these individuals abusing the system. And they could be on either team. All you have to do is look at their movements, all you have to do is look at their replays, and all people can do is report them for it. But it is becoming a big issue in Tier 4 and 5. Which I'm really not surprised. I'm really not surprised it has. Because the thing is, at the end of the day, if you shut down a conversation about something, the conversations will still occur. They will just happen underground, and they will grow. And this is what happens when you block out people from talking about cheating, from talking about showing the community that these things are out here, instead of having an open discussion about it, a public and decent discussion. If you shut that down, all you do is drive the voices underground and make it impossible for yourselves to find out what's going on, to find out how to fix them. And after playing today, I can safely say there is a huge problem and it needs to be fixed. And that is up to you. It is not up to me. It is not up to anyone from the War Thunder community apart from you to fix it. How do you fix it? Maybe talk to your other game developers. Maybe talk to Valve. They've been dealing with this for years, and they still haven't got on top of it. The first thing you have to do is admit that it is there. You also have to understand that people have to be able to have a dialogue about this. Because as I said, if you don't, it will fester and it will get worse. And all I have seen is festering. Since I played Tier 4 before. Since I played it half a year ago now. When I was playing Tier 4 Americans, Tier 4 Russians, Tier 4 British, and Tier 4 German. I have never seen this before. I have never seen the out and out blatant issues that the game has. And I'll call them issues. Because if I call them out for what they are, you'll probably ban me. That is how ridiculous it has become. I hope you guys have fun with these challenges. I think my stance is pretty clear. They're ridiculous. And the payoff is useless for me. Before, I enjoyed getting the TB3, getting the M.B.R. even, getting some of the premiums, the Mustang, the Typhoon, the Kai, is it the Kai 61 or the Kai 43 for the Americans? The B-25 for the Russians. All of these things. I had fun getting them. But looking at this, I don't want to. I don't want to play this game. I'm done with it, for now. At least over the next few days. I think I'm probably gonna step away from War Thunder. I think, you know, I've still got to do a bit of thinking about it. Obviously, I'm very tired right now. But the game itself, the only bits I enjoy are the bits which are demonized. Also, I think I'd like to get into more of the map design stuff. Maybe talk more about that instead of actual gameplay and things. Because the gameplay is... it has a lot of issues right now. And I've gone into them many times over past videos. And nothing is getting fixed. I hope you all have a lovely day. I'll see you in the next video.